Hey y'all, I'm Kristen. I'm the founder of Roots of Radiance Reiki, a Reiki master teacher and a spiritual life coach. And I'm here today to hold some space, some healing space for the turmoil that I feel like a lot of us are feeling at the prospect of Roe v. Wade being overturned. I want to offer some healing space for all of us who are feeling angry and mad and frustrated and scared and pissed and sad and all the myriad of other feelings that are arising for those of us who fear this loss of choice, this loss of access to needed medical service, of this continued war against the bodies of people with wombs, of the outrageousness of our federal government feeling like they can control our bodies. Because to me, this issue of access to abortion has never really been about life, and it's always been about control. To me, this is an issue about free will. To me, this is an issue about choice, about access, about being able to make choices about our bodies, to be able to make choices about whether or not we start families, to be able to make choices about whether or not we allow a parasitic embryo grow within our body, right? So, yeah, this is a very highly charged topic. I know that for me, this is very near to, and dear to my heart as someone who has had an abortion, right? Access to these services are so important, right? I'm so grateful that I was able to access a procedure that allowed me to terminate an unplanned pregnancy that happened while I had an IUD within my body, right? I'm grateful that I had supportive family who understood my choice, who supported me in my choice, right? I'm grateful that, I could access a needed service so that I could make choices about my life and my future rather than feeling forced down paths that are forever, right? Forever. Because choosing to become a parent, choosing to start a family, that's a forever choice, and it shouldn't be made on a whim. Accidental, unplanned, unwanted pregnancies should not be forced folks shouldn't be forced to carry them to term. We should have choice. And so I say all that to say, we're entitled to all of our feelings. We're entitled to all of our feelings. And we also should embrace our autonomy, should embrace our energetic sovereignty, and embrace our inner resiliency, right? Because in many ways, these discussions, these decisions, right, that folks are making about our bodies, there is a kind of like undercurrent of like, kind of like jerking us around, right? Like, I know that for me, when abortion right, reproductive right conversations come up, all of my energy is taken into the issue, right? All of my energy is taken away from anything else that I was planning to do, away from anything else that I had prioritized for myself, and it is funneled into the direction of standing up for my rights, right? Fighting out, speaking out, right? And while I want to commend everyone who does that, and I want to applaud everyone who does that, and I want to support everyone who feels called to continuing to step up, speak out, show up, right? I also want to create a little like, of that energetic sovereignty where can we retain that free will that they're trying to steal from us, right? Where can we retain that energetic protection, that grounding, even as we're being like whirlwind and pulled in many directions, right? Is there a way for us to go within and reclaim our power in these circumstances rather than letting our power be drained from us, letting our energy be drained from us, letting all of our energy be drained for us? Because in a way, right, for me at least, when Roe versus Wade is attacked, when folks start criminalizing abortions, when folks start creating limitations for access to abortion, my energy spirals, right? I feel rage, I feel sadness. I can't focus on anything else. I just turn into like a fiery monster, which isn't always bad, right? I'm not gonna shame that part of myself. I'm not gonna shame anyone who can relate. And also, there's this part of me that doesn't want these policymakers to have the power to spiral me into that space. There's this part of me that wants to be able to feel all of those feelings and still stay in alignment with myself, rather than feeling jerked around by these assholes who think that they know better about what should be done with my body, right? And so again, I'm creating this video and creating this space to offer a both and, right? A space for us to feel our big feelings around the issue of reproductive rights, reproductive justice, access to abortion, access to needed medical care, and an ability to stay rooted and grounded in our purpose, our heart, our highest self, our soul, right? When we stay rooted and grounded in that part of ourselves, we can take action that is so much more aligned and profound, right? Rather than like reacting from this frantic place of fear and worry, we're able to act with discernment, with alignment, with strategy, with like, feels like the difference between like aiming our arrow and hitting a target and shooting our arrow everywhere because we're so overwhelmed, right? And so I offer this Reiki energetic healing space so that we can come back into alignment and use our energy with purpose, to direct our energy with purpose, so that we stay in control, right? As much control as we can have, but with more autonomy, with more of our own power intact, right? Rather than running around with like chickens with our heads cut off, we can stand firmly in our power and speak truth, right? Speak truth to these outrageous times, right? So I've just said a lot, and it probably stirred some stuff in you. So as we begin to sink into the actual healing part of this practice, I'm going to invite you to bring some swaying into your body. Maybe you want to sway side to side like I'm doing now. Maybe you want to sway forward and back. Just let yourself sway here. This swaying motion can actually be really nourishing to our nervous system. So let yourself just really get into this. Breathe while you do it and just sway. See what feels more nourishing, back and forth or kind of front and back. And continue swaying here for as long as feels good. And whenever you feel ready, you can just let that sway kind of become a little less. Until you are in relative stillness. We can be seated for this practice. If you want to be leaning up against something, you can do that. If you want to lay down, you can do that. I'd like to start with a little tapping. We're going to use this tapping, this emotional freedom technique, to help kind of move some energy, to name and affirm some things, and to just get grounded in our body. right? So let's start tapping kind of on our forehead in that space in between our eyebrows. I'm going to say some affirmations while we tap. You can repeat them out loud if you wish, or repeat them in your head, or just let my words wash over you, okay? All right, so we're gently tapping, and as we tap as well, maybe you want to focus more on the outward pull motion than the kind of inward tap. It can feel like we're kind of pulling energy out rather than kind of tapping our energy in. So we're kind of pulling, tapping. Follow your intuition here. No need to think too much. Just go ahead and tap on that eyebrow point, space in between your eyebrows. Even though there's so much out of my own control right now, I'm willing to love myself. I'm willing to accept myself. Even though it feels like the world is spiraling and I don't know what to do, I still love and accept myself. Tap on that point outside your eyes. Even though I don't know what to do in this moment, I still love and accept myself. Move to that point by your nose on your inner eye there. Even though I feel scared and angry and mad and sad, I'm still willing to love myself. I'm still willing to accept myself. Let's move to that point above the lip, that middle point above the lip. Even though I'm feeling out of control, even though I'm feeling angry and sad, I still trust myself. I still accept myself. Let's move to that point on the outside of our lips. Tapping gently there. Even though I'm feeling pissed and scared, I'm still willing to love myself. I'm still willing to give myself love. Moving to that middle point of the chin. Even though I feel angry and scared and so mad, I'm still willing to accept myself and give myself love. Let's tap on this upper part of our chest. Even though I feel like I want to hurt someone or burn something down, I'm still willing to accept myself and give myself love. Middle of the chest here. Even though I feel powerless, I'm still willing to give myself self-love and acceptance. Tapping on that point, like straight down from our nipple point on our ribs here. Tapping, you can use kind of all your fingers or just one finger if you want. Tapping gently. Even though this makes me feel like I can't breathe, even though my body feels tight, I'm still willing to give myself a little bit of love and care. Breathing here. Tapping on that underarm point. Kind of like 3 fingers under our armpit. On that rib point, tapping gently there. Even though my body feels tight and anger burns within me, I'm still willing to give myself loving care. Switching to the other side of the armpit here. Even though I feel pissed and I want to scream, I'm still willing to give myself some loving care. Beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and tap on the back of our hand here. Just gently tapping. Even though I'm feeling powerless and pulled in many directions, I'm still willing to trust myself. Beautiful. Tapping on that kind of meaty part under your pinky. Breathing here still. Even though I feel myself shutting down and pulling away, I'm still willing to be present with myself. I'm still willing to give myself loving acceptance. Beautiful. Switching to the other hand here, tapping on that back of the hand. Even though I'm feeling angry and I don't know what to do, I'm still willing to trust myself. Switching to that meaty part underneath your pinky there, tapping gently, breathing deep. Even though I'm feeling angry and sad, I'm still willing to give myself some love and acceptance. Tapping on the top of our head now. Even though so much feels out of my control, even though so much feels scary and chaotic, I'm still willing to give myself at least one drop of love. I'm still willing to give myself loving acceptance. All right, let's sit in stillness here for a second, breathing, feeling the energy that we just started moving in our body, feeling the sensations of that energy moving and pulsing and tingling. Take a breath in here and imagine that you can breathe into the outer parts of your skin. Every part of yourself, you're breathing in, filling yourself up with air. And as you breathe out, imagine that any residual energy is moving out from you into the ground, from the base of your spine or your roots. Again, we're going to breathe in here, filling ourselves up with energy, all the way to our outer skin. And then breathe out. Let it fade, fill, filter down into the earth, anything you're ready to let go of. From this space here, I want to invite the Reiki to work with us. I want to invite you to open up to receiving Reiki healing, to open up to receiving guidance from the spiritually wise life force energy, to open up to allowing the energy to move any dense energy that's ready to be cleared, and to build up, reinforce, and reinvigorate your power, the power that's within you. Breathe here, affirming your willingness to receive the Reiki healing and feeling maybe your crown chakra and heart chakra open a little bit more to receive. As we breathe here, I want you to breathe and imagine that Reiki energy, like a beautiful loving waterfall, is flowing down in through the crown of your head. It flows in through the crown of your head, filling your entire face and skull, flowing down your throat, flowing down your throat towards your shoulders, flowing down your armpits, down your arms. This Reiki flows all the way to your fingertips, filling you up, filling you up. The Reiki flows down from the crown of your head in through your face and skull, filling your throat, flowing down your center line, through your heart, through your solar plexus, through your sacral space and root, all the way down into the earth, connecting you above and below. The Reiki flows in through your crown, the Reiki flows in through your crown, filling you up, filling you up, filling you up. The Reiki fills you, fills you, fills you. Feel it. Allow it. Feel it flow through your side body, through your ribs and lungs and armpits. Feel it throw and flow through your body. Feel it flow into your digestive organs, your stomach, your spleen, your gallbladder. Feel it flow in to your intestines, your large intestine, small intestine. Feel it fill you. Feel it melding. Feel it flowing and allowing and reinvigorating these organs that allow you to transform, transmute, to change, to create nourishment. These organs, these digestive organs of yours that literally allow you to transform food into nutrients that literally allow you to transform food into nutrients and filter out waste and toxins. This beautiful life force body of yours, sending Reiki there. Allowing Reiki to fill that space that helps you digest not just food, but also thoughts, energies, emotions, that space that is our transformation center. Sending Reiki there. Maybe you want to place hands on your belly here. Feeling your power fill. Feeling your power grow. The Reiki flows through the crown of your head, through the crown of your head. The Reiki flows. It flows down, down, through your throat, through your chest, all the way to your gut where your digestive tract is. Healing energy pulsing within you. Feel it grow, feel it flow, feel it grow, feel it flow. Oh, and the Reiki continues to flow. It flows, it pulses, it flows through the crown of your head. It flows down, down through your throat, down through your chest, through your digestive tract, to your womb. Feel the Reiki flow to your womb. Feel the Reiki fill your womb, your reproductive organs. Feel the Reiki flow there and fill this magical, powerful, creative space. Feel it flow there. And as the Reiki flows there, imagine that it can filter out any pain and trauma associated with this space. Begins to filter it out and give it to the earth as an offering. The earth takes this offering and transmutes it. The earth takes this offering with love and transmutes it. Release, give it to the earth, give it to the earth. Give the pain, the suffering, the trauma to the earth. The earth wants to transmute it for you. The earth wants to take it for you. Let her hold it. Let this loving earth hold it. Feel it move out through your yoni, out through your yoni. Let the pain and trauma and shame move out through your yoni into the earth. Gaia, Mother Earth holds it, she holds it. She transforms it, transmutes it, changes it, turns it into nourishment, turns it into love. She takes it and transforms it. Give it to her now. Allow the Reiki to flow in through the crown of your head, in through the crown of your head. It flows down, down, down through your body, into your womb, into your pelvic region, into your reproductive organs. The Reiki continues to filter out any pain, trauma, shame, that you're ready to release and give it to the earth. And as the space is created within your pelvic region, as the space is created in your womb, in your reproductive organs, the Reiki fills it with love. Fills it with your own creative life force. Fills it with your own creative potential. Fills it with your own creative power. Your womb, your pelvic region, your reproductive organs are filled now with your power, with your divine light, with your creative life force, with your spiritual wisdom. Feel it. Maybe place hands on your pelvic region, on your womb now. Feel love flow out through your hands, appreciation flow out through your hands as the Reiki flows in through your crown, the Reiki flows, it flows. It fills you. Feel the Reiki fill your womb. And then imagine that the Reiki is creating a protective life force around your womb space, around your pelvic region, around your reproductive organs. The Reiki puts a protective force field here all around you, above, below, to all sides. You are protected. Your womb is protected. Your pelvic region is protected. Your reproductive organs are protected. The Reiki holds it. Your highest self holds it. The goddess holds it. Divine femininity holds it. Spiritual life force holds it. You are held. Feel it. Feel yourself held. Allow it. Give yourself permission to be held in this divine spiritual life force, protective love. Continue to allow any energies, any past trauma, pain, shame, grief that's ready to be released to filter down into the earth. The earth receives this offering, this gift from you with love and transforms it, transmutes it. Give it to her now. And as you create space, I want you to imagine that you can breathe in the loving life force of this earth, the loving life force of Mother Gaia, the divine energy of this earth. Imagine you can breathe it in through your yoni, through your reproductive organs, through your pelvis. Breathe it in. Feel this life force fill your pelvic region, fill your womb, fill your reproductive organs. Feel the Mother Earth's divine love fill you now. Maybe it grows from your pelvic region and begins to fill your belly. Maybe this divine love continues to move up through your yoni and down. The Reiki comes down through the crown of your head too, filling you up from below and above. Feel the energy from the earth grow and expand within you. Feel the Reiki holding you in unconditional love and divine protection. Breathe here, allowing yourself to be held, allowing yourself to feel held. Let's take 3 more breaths here, allowing anything that's wanting to be released to be let go. And allowing ourselves to be filled up with creative life force energy, with divine love from the earth, and with Reiki, spiritual, loving energy. Beautiful. And as you continue to breathe here, held in loving light from above and below, I want you to imagine that one of the great goddesses of earth and sky approaches you now. Feel her come and sit with you. Send her gratitude and acknowledgement and love for being here with you now. And as this divine feminine energy sits with you, that energy begins to grow. It begins to grow. This divine feminine energy grows and grows until you are held in a force field of divine feminine light. You and your goddess guide sit together here, held in divine feminine light, held by unconditional love and pure spiritual power and potential. Breathe here, feeling held, feeling loved, feeling protected, feeling aligned with your power and connected with your divinity. And as you sit here, your goddess guide has a message she wishes to share with you. If you're open to it, receive it now. Allow that message to take root in your heart space so it stays with you beyond this experience. And then as you feel ready, I want you to imagine that your goddess friend reaches forward to hold you in a loving embrace, wrapping her arms around you and holding you in a deeply loving hug. Feel yourself held here by the divine feminine, by the goddess. Feel yourself protected here. And as she begins to release you from this embrace, you realize that she has imprinted on you some of her own power, some of her own protective life force. Feel yourself held in this protective force field. Take a breath here. Feeling yourself held and protected, feeling your energy fully embodied within you, in your sovereign space. No one can touch you. Nothing can harm you. You're held and protected here. And with this protection still around you, I want you to imagine once more that the Reiki is washing over you. This time it washes over your body, releasing any residual energy that's ready to be let go, releasing any limiting beliefs, behaviors, any blocks that are ready to be let go. Just wash away now. And as we begin to come towards a close here, I want you to imagine that you can set a taproot down into the earth. It grows out from the base of your spine, down, down, down into the earth. This taproot grows and stretches and expands until it reaches the center of this earth, where Mother Gaia invites you to wrap your taproot around her molten red core. If you wish, do this now. Feel yourself tethered and connected to Mother Gaia, to the life force of this earth, to this planet. And we'll allow this root to stay firmly planted and rooted as we begin to close this session. I want to send gratitude out to the Divine Feminine, to the great goddesses of earth and sky who accompanied us on this healing journey today. Thank you so much for your loving protection and guidance. I want to offer gratitude to the Holy Fire Reiki for the healing that occurred today. I invite you to bring your hands to your heart and bow as we send gratitude to ourselves for creating this time and space for ourselves, for taking a moment to replenish ourselves, for giving ourselves this space. Bow to yourself, your greatest teacher and your lifelong friend, and welcome yourself. Let's take a few more breaths here in this energy. Allowing the healing experience to integrate and settle and take root within our being. And then as you feel ready, I invite you to blink some light back into your eyes and let your gaze come around your space, maybe looking up at the ceiling, at the four corners of the room that you're in, maybe looking out a window at some nature, maybe looking at some art or a plant. Just letting your sense of sight bring you back into this moment in time. I invite us to close this healing experience with one Om. We'll breathe in here in a moment and then we'll Om. Feel free to join in or just listen. We'll breathe in here. And I'll close this healing experience with so much love, reverence, and gratitude. Thank you so much for joining me in this experience. I'd love to hear how it landed with you, how it felt. And I want to just remind all of us that we're entitled to our feelings, that this healing experience isn't meant for us to bypass any big emotions that we're having, but rather to help us metabolize them that the Reiki is here to help us, to assist us in moving the energies so that we don't avoid them or so that they don't get trapped in our bodies. I want to thank you so much for joining me here. I know that after just leading that experience, I feel so much more grounded and empowered and free. I want to say that we're in transformational times, that things are changing in ways that cannot be predicted, cannot be expected, and that the more that we can strengthen our resiliency and build our capacity to handle the chaos and handle the change, the more effective we're going to be able to be as change makers, as way showers, as bridge builders, as activists, as healers. That the more we're able to build our capacity to face and move through the chaos, to face and move through the big emotions that are being awakened right now, the better able we'll be able to fulfill our mission and stay aligned and connected with our purpose. Again, my name is Kristen. I'm the founder of Roots of Radiance Reiki. I am a Reiki master teacher and practitioner, and I'm a spiritual life coach. And if you're interested in learning how to work with Reiki for self-healing, I encourage you to reach out to me. If you're interested in receiving more Reiki healing experiences, I encourage you to check out more of my videos, or reach out to me if you're interested in a one-on-one session. I truly believe that free will is our birthright. I truly believe that we have within us the power to heal ourselves and transform our world. Too often, this world pulls us outside of ourselves, jerks us around, and tries to tell us what to think, what to do, and what to be. But I believe that we hold the keys within ourselves. And the more that we can give ourselves time in body, in energetic relationship with ourselves, the more power we can reclaim and the more change that we can make. Thank you all so much for joining me in this experience. I love you. May we all rise up. May we all live free and fully resourced with joy, love, and gratitude in our hearts. Bye now.